Hey guys, what's up? Shin0555 here, back with another drawing video. Today's video is going to be on Kris from Deltarune. This video was requested by Shadow the Edgelord64, so thank you so much for the request. And yeah, I've never played Deltarune personally, but I have played Undertale, and so I know those games are kind of like related, or at least made by the same person. So I know of it, I haven't played it though. And I guess this is the main character, Kris. And, yeah, we're going to be drawing him today. So, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That really helps me out. But, other than that, let's get our pencils ready, and let's jump in. Alright, guys. So, to start off drawing Kris here, what we're going to do is draw a nice, decent-sized circle. This is going to be his head. And then right underneath that, we're going to just kind of draw out a nice little circle right here. This is going to be his like upper body. He's going to have his shoulder right about here. His other shoulder is going to be a little bit down. So it's going to kind of be on like an angle going down. And then there's going to be like a hood right here. Then the armor plate's going to be here. Then we're going to have like another circle for like where his like hips are. Then he's going to have a leg going down here, and it's going to kind of be straight on, and then another leg kind of just going here, and it's going to be a little bit to the side. And you can draw kind of like two ovals there and there. And now he's going to have his hand going to be right about here, and then his arm's going to just kind of go in like that. Then we're going to see his hand right here, and then we're going to get like a sword right there. So that's pretty much good for the gesture. We got a bunch of series of circles and stuff, but I think it's pretty good. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to jump into the head. And if you want to, you can kind of draw on the crosshairs. They'd be something like this. But we're going to start off with doing the head shape. So for the head shape, we're going to start here. And you're basically going to just draw this nice little curve line that kind of just curves down like that until we get to here. And then we're going to wrap it around. And then we're kind of like this middle line is. We're going to get like a little bit of a V almost, like a slight V. And then it's just going to go over, and you want to keep it rounded, and then up here, and then right about here we're going to get an ear. So to draw that in, you just draw a nice little kind of C shape like that. I could fix this right here. Again, you just want to keep it rounded. You don't want like a sharp turn. So yeah, keep it rounded like that. And now if you want to, you can kind of gesture in the rest of the head shape. It'd be something like that, maybe a little bit rounder on top. But we're only gesturing that in just so we kind of know how big his head's going to be, kind of like where his hair starts. And speaking about his hair, we could start with that. So there's going to be like a center point kind of like right here. And then we're basically going to get like a big strand of hair going out here. Then it's going to like kind of split down here. Then we're going to get a hair section right there. And then this one kind of bumps out, kind of goes down, in, and out, and then it stops kind of around there, like that. So now we can go into detail, and I like starting out with his bangs. So we'll start right here, and you're just going to draw a nice little curve line that curves over like that. Then we're going to go into a spike here, and then we're going to get one more spike right there like that. And now here, what you're going to do is get a nice curve line that goes down into kind of like two spikes like this, and it's going to overlap the ear a little bit. So we can erase any overlap. And then here what we're going to do is just have a line going down into a spike here. It's going to just curve up. And now this part of the hair, it's going to go out. And then it's going to dip down and then curve out again. And then go into a spike there like that. And now we're going to take it. Not do this part of the hair because we're going to draw on the scarf first and then we'll finish off the hair. But we'll start with this side and we're just going to go down, kind of curve it down. It's going to have a little bit of dip when it goes by where the ear is. Then it's going to go out here, and again the hand's going to kind of like cover it up, so we're going to stop right about there and come back to that. And then we can erase any kind of overlap that we got here. And then he just has two little spikes popping out here, so we're going to just get one and then two, like that, just on the very top of his head. And now for his face, it's pretty simple. What you're going to do is kind of start where this curve is, and just draw a line just kind of curving up to where that center line is. And when you hit that center line, that's going to just kind of curve down and over. And then if you want to, you could draw in these kind of like straight lines going up, just to kind of show like it's like hiding his like expression. Like that. And then we just draw on his mouth, which is just a line going over and then down, like so. And we can finish off the ear here as well. So we got that nice C shape, and then here you're going to just get a little curve line like this, and then one more right about there, not as long as this one. And then here you're just going to get a little bump, and then just a little curve up there like that. Alright, so that's pretty much his face. So now we can go down to his neck here, and basically what we're going to do is get two kind of parallel lines that just go down there, very short. Don't make the neck too long. And then we're going to get a nice line that cuts kind of like in between both of them like that. So now that we got like the head kind of finalized, I noticed his body is going to need to move down a little bit. So kind of like where all these shapes that we have, everything's just going to move down just a little bit. But again, that's why you draw in the gesture very lightly. So as you get going, you kind of know where things are. So we're really just going to jump into his scarf here. So his scarf, it's kind of get broken down into like two parts. So you got like this round part that kind of like goes around his shoulder, so it's going to curve up here like that. And then you get like the cloth part that kind of like hangs out and then goes over like this. So now we're just going to do it a little bit more detailed. So I'll start here, and we're just going to draw a little curve line that curves in and then over like that. It'll have a little dip in it. And then here we will draw a line that curves over, and we're basically going to get like a squiggle like that as it curves up and then goes in towards where the shoulder is. And then here it's actually going to go around the shoulder like this. So we're getting a nice little curve line. But now we're going to jump back to here, and we're just going to start from this line here. We're just going to curve it in and over like so. And at the tip of this line, like kind of like the top of it, we're just going to draw a line going over, and then same thing here like that. And then right here, we're just going to draw a line connecting in here and here, just to give it a little bit of depth. And then we're just going to get a nice little kind of curve line here. Put a nice little curve line there like that. Give it some detail. And I could zoom in a little bit here. So now what we're going to do is start right about here and draw a line going up and then down. It's just going to kind of curve in like that. And we'll get a nice little bump there connecting into the head. And now that we've got the scarf down, we can draw on the rest of the hair. So the hair is just going to go down, go into a spike here like that, and then another one just like that, and then it kind of disappears into there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to jump into his hand. So his hand's honestly not that bad. So if I was going to do the gesturing, it would be here, go out, and I'm going to just lower the hand to kind of right about here, like that. So I'm just lowering it a little bit. And this hand's pretty simple. We're basically going to get like an oval for the thumb that's going to be up. Then we're going to get a nice circle here for like the finger he's pointing. And then we're just going to get 3 ovals underneath that. So he's kind of like pointing at you like a gun. Like if he's making like a gun shape with his hand. So this is pretty good. So I'm going to just jump into detail here. I'm going to start right here and just draw a curve line going over. And then up, then I'm going to round it off here, and then we're just going to go down, and this is going to go straight into this finger here, and this finger is just basically going to be kind of like this really rounded square. So it's not a circle, it's kind of more flat on the sides like a square, but it has rounded corners like a circle. So something like that. And then we're just in a nice little curve line there to show the tip of the finger. And now here what we're going to do is, I like starting at this end, and you're just going to get a bump going out like this, and it's going to go over, down, kind of curve up, and then in like that. And then here we're pretty much going to get the same thing. It's going to go down, over, curve in, and then up, and then one more right there like that. And then kind of right here, you're just going to draw little curve lines there to show the fingers bending. And then all now you do is just simply draw a nice little curve line like that, kind of connecting it in. And then you would see a little bit of like the cuff here. And now we can get the shoulder pad in. So the shoulder pad would be kind of like this teardrop type shape, like that. And then you just kind of darken it in here, darken in this one, don't have any overlap. And then we'll just draw a line hugging this line like that. And then you're just getting a nice little curve line right there. Very simple. And then we'll get a nice little curve line here, and it's just going to go straight into the arm. And then from here, what we're going to do is get a nice, it'd basically be like an oval going around the arm there, but we just see the bottom part like that. And now we could jump into, or actually before we start jumping into the body, let's just finish off the hair. It just curve in like this. You maybe see like another little spike there before curving in, like so. And now we could jump into his body. So the way I like to start out his body is like, I like it in like the center line, which would be right about there. And then from that center line, we're gonna get like a V kind of right about here. So you're basically gonna get like this little V, and it's just gonna curve up there. This one's gonna go out and then kind of match up to here like that. And then right in the center line, we're just gonna darken that in, but you don't want it to touch this one. You want there to be a little gap in between. And then very similar to what we did right here, we're gonna do on the bottom of the armor. We're just gonna go down and then over and then around like that. And then we'll get a nice little curve line connecting this line to this line, like so. And now we could draw on the legs. So the legs aren't too bad. They basically, I'm just going to gesture in the shape. It'll start from here and just kind of curve down, kind of get to where the knees are here. And there'd be a nice curve line that curves into there like that. And then this leg would just go down, stop right about there before going up like that. And then we're basically going to get like a diamond here and then there for like where the knees are. And then we'll get like a kind of like a rectangle there. And then I'm just going to go into like the shoe shape. So it's basically looks something like that. So you get a nice little triangle going down. And then kind of same thing here. We're going to get that little rectangle. Again, keep this all light. This is just gesturing in. And the foot's going to go down and over and kind of in like that. Actually, this foot should be more kind of head on. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right, so now that I got like the gesture in, now we can kind of just darken in the details here. And I'm gonna start with the knee pads. So the diamond shape that we have is pretty good. So I'm just gonna darken that in here and darken that in here. And now for this one, we're gonna get a line. It's not gonna touch these two corners, but it's gonna go down and then over like that. So you get kind of like a line going down, and then it kind of changes direction and goes down there like that. And then a line here, and a little line right there. And then for this one, it's pretty much just going to have like a line right there, because this leg's more kind of turned. So just putting a line there kind of shows it's on an angle. And now here, what I'm going to do is just darken this line going up, darkening that line, darkening this, and then just darkening that like so. And now for the leg, what I'm going to do is draw a line going out, kind of give it a little bit of depth, like a little bit of a curve to it. And it's going to curve down, curve up, and then in like that. And now for this part of the shoe, it's kind of similar to like Sonic. He has like a strap on it. So to draw that in, you're going to draw a nice little curve line like this, and then a line going up. And you basically got like almost like a rectangle shape, but it's like that rectangle is kind of like bend around the foot here. And then all you want to do is draw a nice little curve line right here that hugs this curve like that. And then all you do is just darken in the shoe here. And you'd see a little bit of the sole, which is just a line that kind of hugs the bottom there. And if you want to, you can draw a nice little curve line. Very similar to what we did with the armor right here. Just a curve line going down the center. And we're pretty much going to do the same thing on this foot. So we're going to go down, kind of straighten it out here, go around, kind of have it dip in before going out, like that. Now I'm going to get that strap, so we're going to get a nice little curve line, a straight line, curve it over, and then in like that. And then to give a little bit of depth, we're going to get a nice little curve here, and a line going over. And then from here to here, you can connect them. And now here, we're just going to go down, kind of over, and then up like that. We get a nice little curve line, just like that. And then a little rectangle on the bottom of the foot. And that's pretty much how you draw his legs. And now we are going to draw his hand. So his hand's pretty easy. We're going to have the thumb here, and then we're going to just have like a series of ovals right here for the fist, or like the fingers wrapped around into a fist. And then we're going to have like a nice big circle for the sword's hilt is, and then basically like a straight line going down. But what we're going to do is draw in the fist first. So basically I like to start with this oval that I have, and we're just going to draw a nice little curve line like that. And then from the thumb here, it's going to curve out until it gets to about here, kind of straighten out as it goes across, then wrap around, and then go in like so, and then just kind of curve in like there. And then for the fingers, very similar to kind of like the finger shape here, we're going to draw very rounded like rectangles. So there's one finger, there's another finger. Again, we're basically just drawing rectangles, but we're keeping the corners very rounded. And then one more right there. And then you can get that series of curve lines right there, just to show the fingers bending. And now that we got that done, we can draw a line going down here and one going down here like this. This would extend up here and here a little bit, and then we're going to get that nice big circle right here that's going to connect the two, like so. And then here we're basically going to just get a rectangle for like the hilt of the sword. And then for the sword, the easiest way to do it is just draw a straight line going down the middle, like so. And then just darken in this line, that center line. And then from that center line, what you're going to do is get like a V that goes out like that. And then just two lines that go straight back in. And then where like the V creates these like corners, you're just going to draw two little curve lines going in like so. And then just to finish it off, you do see a little bit of his glove here, like that. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, I will zoom out, and that is how you draw Kris from Deltarune. Again, I don't think there's anything really hard about this character. Like you could break it down to kind of like simple shapes. So I don't think this one's too difficult. But yeah, I'd say this one's like medium level difficulty. But I will put the sketch that we just did up here. I will put the inked version I did beforehand up there as well. And there you have it. So that is how you draw Kris from Deltarune. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you again, Shadow the Edgelord 64 for the request. I do appreciate it. And if you guys have requests, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. I make a video every Sunday, and I just randomly pick a request off my list to do a how to draw video on. So all you need to do is leave it in the comment section below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That really helps me out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.